so many areas that are involved in athletics, so many areas in Bethany College football that some people are not aware of. Today we have a gentleman by the name of Mark Lysell on our show, and Mark is a special person for us at Bethany College, special person in our football program for a number of reasons. The number one reason, and I'm going to throw in a plug, he has a daughter by the name of Margot and a daughter by the name of Erica, so when I talk to this gentleman today, it's not going to be Mark so much, but it's Margot and Erica's dad that's on the show. But also, he's a tremendous fan for our program. He supports our program. He's been very active when we participate in the bowl games. It's a real pleasure to have him on from that perspective, too. But today, we want to talk about a crew that you probably don't even notice in a lot of cases, and that's the chain crew. But first of all, Mark, thank you for being on the Bethany College Football show. Thank you for your support in the past. And thank you for working at our football games in reference to the chain crew. The chain crew, how many members on that crew that you have on the sideline?
Well, we operate with 4. The 2 that are actually on the chain itself, the 10-yard chain. One, Silver Everhart, runs the down marker. And then we have a 4th, Bertel Malm, who operates the clip, which marks the yard line in case the chains have to be moved because of the play.
Okay, do the officials spend time with you prior to the game? Now, you've been doing this, to the best of my knowledge, for 7, 8 years, but do the officials still get with you?
Oh, yeah. The good officials do. You know, a good official or a good head linesman is who we deal with will make all the difference in the world as far as how we operate. And the good head linesman will come over and he'll introduce himself to us so that we know who he is. He'll explain to us how he operates as far as how long we should stay in position before we move downfield, whether he's going to come over and mark the ball or whether that's going to be our responsibility, and where he wants that clip on the chain, because when we go out to him for a measurement, you know, if we put it on the back and he thinks it's in the middle, it's going to be a couple inches sway.
That's crucial, then, that you have to work very closely with the head linesman in regards to down and distance, first down, etc.
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you this. You know, we run into a problem with our football program, and it's probably the coach's fault more than anything else, is our players get so close to the sideline, and on a number of occasions the officials say, back up, back up. What kind of problems does this give you men as chain people?
Well, it's a problem. I mean, there are some teams that we fight constantly just because it slows down the game. If, you know, when the official gives you the signal to move, you know, especially in a crucial situation like towards the end of a game where a team's trying to move, you know, it's important that you get set so they can continue. If the team's in the way, it'll really slow down and influence, you know, the game before we can get set. You know, there's never been a penalty called for it at Bethany as long as I can remember. But there are some teams that, well, they fight it all the time. They just get excited and get out on the kind of in the way.
That's right. I've noticed that. We've never had a penalty. I'm not sure I can remember a team that has had a penalty, but the officials are on that like crazy to keep them back so you people can work properly. And your point, move the game along as fast as possible. Okay, you're a Bethany College grad. You're a Bethany College fan. You're on the opposing side of the field, and you're a member of the chain gang. How do you feel about that as a person that's definitely interested in how we're doing? What kind of feelings or emotions go through your system as you watch a ball game?
Oh, I experience the same emotions that everybody does in the stands. I just can't. You know, you're a part of the official crew, and I just can't let it influence or let it be known. I can't stand in the middle of the opposing team when they're trying to make a comeback and, you know, cheer against them. I mean, I like to live. You know, it's hard, but I guess after as many years as I've done it, now I find myself, even when I go to away games, I've kind of conditioned myself. I don't, as much as I get involved, I don't really get real vocal because I'm just not used to being that way now.
What about the coaches, the opposing coaches in our situation? You know, they treat you well, or you're just a part of the game, they don't even notice you, or do you have difficulty with that?
99% of the time we're treated real well, and everything's just they try to keep their players out of the way. They try to have some respect for us. There are some that we've had coaches that 5 times in a row have gone out with their microphones and their cords out onto the field 5 yards, and then we're supposed to move, and when we have to stop and ask them to, it's like we're interfering with them. But 99% of the time they realize that we have to be there.
You have a responsibility. Now, you're there, rain, shine, snow, hail, sleet, whatever the case may be. There must be a reason why you're sticking with this for the past 7 years now. I know you don't get the big dollar for being a chain gang member. Why do you like to do it? Why have you hung in there for 8 years?
Well, you're part of the game. I mean, I know things that you'd love to know. That the last fake punt, when McPherson had that fake punt, I knew it was a fake punt. I knew what direction it was going. And I can get a real kick out of watching Bethany's defense and seeing, are they even thinking about what this team's going to do? I don't know a lot of the terminology of football, but usually by halftime I've kind of figured out the way coaches send in plays now. I can kind of figure out, okay, this is what's coming, and I feel like I'm a part of the game. I hear referees' explanations of calls that people in the stands are just going crazy, but they come over and I'll hear them explain to the coaches, and I feel like I'm part of the game and I understand what's going on.
So you just keep closer to the game. Mm-hmm. Mark, we really appreciate you being on the Bethany College Football Show, and even more than that, we appreciate Margot and Erica and giving them another plug. But we want to thank you today for your time and consideration, taking time off work and being up here with us. Unfortunately, we're not going to put a headset on you so we know what's going on. We don't do that, but we want to thank you again. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back, and we're going to talk about financial aid, not only at Bethany, but at a number of schools. Please hang in there with us.